So this is the brand new float 2023. This is one of them. It's a sleigh. And so this is how it goes from drawing, which you're looking at right now. This is a sketch. It's a rough sketch on a dry erase board of what our sleigh should look like. And then we took that drawing to a fabricator who did the, what do you call those, the blades? The blades on the sleigh. And if you look at them, they're gold. They didn't come gold. They were aluminum and they were that color. And then we spray painted those gold. And then this stuff here is ply, and this, what is this? It's called wiggle board. Means when you use it, you gotta just wiggle. Yeah, so, and they are the ones who built this entire thing. So it's much bigger than we anticipated, but it's beautiful. It's gonna have a bunch of kids in here. So what we're doing now is upholstering this entire thing in a white leather. So it's gonna have a really plush, soft feel. And in order to do that, we're using this 1.5, 2-inch sponge and gluing this to the entire sleigh, and then we're gonna cover it over with the white leather. So I have this sponge in rolls, but as you know, around here, everything is economic. We have to just save all the money we can. And I have this brand new roll. Whitney, will you just hold up this brand new roll? Right here, that I could cut a straight piece out of, but this one, stand up. Go ahead and stand up. Okay, she's standing. This is Ruthie, and she wants me to piece together all the leftovers so I can cover this portion of the sleigh. It's like a puzzle. And I'm like, but Ruthie, we have this new piece. And she's like, yeah, but it won't show if you put all these little pieces together. So now I have to make a whole jigsaw puzzle cutting these pieces. It's almost done, and once we're finished with this, we're gonna cover it with leather. So the reason why I thought today would be a really good day to do a podcast about the parade and about the new floats that we're making is because it just happens once a year, and for the next few weeks, this is what my mind, my life is consumed with. Besides, of course, preaching and studying for my messages, this is the best part of Christmas for me. So, welcome everyone to a very different Preacher Girl podcast. And today, you're going to find out how to take a sleigh or how to take a float from concept to finish. You might not see the finished product today, but I promise you in a couple of weeks, we'll show you what the sleigh looks like when it's completely finished. OpenYC has done this parade on Rockaway Boulevard for over 10 years. But this year, something strange has happened, something I've never seen before. So while we open these bay doors, people pass all day long, and they ask us questions, what's going on, and we're able to tell them this is something that our church does for the neighborhood once a year. And usually, it's very easy to speak to those people because they all have lived here for a while. But this year, let's say out of 10 people that will pass, 9 out of those 10 people are Spanish speakers only. They do not speak a word of the English language. And that's because of the migration situation that's happening in our borders. Now, this was not supposed to be a political podcast, but may I tell you that over 1 million migrants have crossed the border. And that's not just undocumented migrants, but these are people who have nowhere to go. They have no food. They have no place to sleep. They have no insurances. But the current governmental administration have opened our borders. They're unpoliced borders right now. I don't know if you guys know this because mainstream media just isn't showing it. But just 5 minutes down the road from us, one of the hotels has now been converted to a shelter for migrants. A few meters down from that at JFK Airport, one of the hangars is now going to facilitate 1,000 migrants. There's another building a short ways away from that. Over 900 migrants are there. As a church, we can't take care of all of those migrants. We've tried. Every Sunday, we have things in place. We have started a new Spanish translation system in our church. We have meals. We've had free markets for clothing. But there's no way a church of our size can handle thousands of immigrants. Over 50,000 are in our neighborhood, and over 1.5 million have come into the United States. I heard one person say that the reason why they're changing airplane hangars into migration, to these, what do you call it, refugee centers. He said, this is what I would do if there was a hurricane. This is how I would relieve people if there was a hurricane. He said the problem is, in New York, we have a hurricane every day. The hurricane are the hordes of people that are coming through the borders, hundreds and thousands of people, just because the government said that they're opening the borders, they do not want any controls, and all of the migrants are coming in to New York and to other states that have allowed it with nowhere to go. That means the resources that were supposed to take care of this community are now being channeled into just feeding and housing people that we don't know how to take care of. It's a crisis that you're not seeing in mainstream news. It's a crisis that you don't know is happening because these people, a lot of them can't speak any English. It's one of the reasons why Hope NYC has an ESL class on Mondays for as many of them as we can teach, but that's only just a few. Anyway, one thing's for sure, every time they pass and I invite them in to look at the parade floats, the little kids, when I said, tenemos juguetes por todos los niños, and I tell them that están gratis, so I say we have toys for all the kids and they're free. One little kid, he was just jumping up and down, and that's all he could think about. Because that's the message of this parade, that Jesus loves all the children of the world. It's what we learned when we were kids, and it's what we still know to be true. Red, yellow, black, and white. But I wanted to tell you this so that you would know, even if mainstream news will not tell you, even if they won't tell you, there is a crisis happening in America. There's a crisis. One gentleman said, in fact, the man who is organizing all the caravans in Mexico that are crossing the borders, this is what I heard him say today, and I'll show you this clip in a second. He said, and this is the man organizing these thousands of people to cross the border. This is what he said. He said, how can America not realize that this is a strategic plan by the other nations of the world to destroy the United States of America? And this is the man who's actually putting those convoys and those caravans together.
Biden's problems at the border are about to get a lot worse. So right now, the largest migrant caravan in over a year is marching right towards the United States. It is said to be up to 7,000 people strong. One of the organizers of the caravan is speaking out, and he says President Biden should have seen it coming.
Joe Biden administration has lost the ball, has lost the power, and America has not been paying attention to what's happening. Every country has been just providing the rights, charging them $20, $30, or $40, and then just pushing them in, all the way to the Mexican border. Where's the American intelligence? Don't they know that all the countries are conspiring against the United States to make sure they have this crisis?
I'm confused. He's the organizer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this happening as Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas refuses to say how many illegal immigrants have been released into the country.
How many people has this administration let into the country?
Let me say at the outset that our job would be a lot easier if the broken immigration system was fixed.
No, Mr. Secretary, I want a number. How many people have you let into this country?
I should also
okay,
comment.
I'll give you the number. It's about 6 million. About 1.7 million as known gotaways. Where are all these people residing? Where did the 6 million people go?
Senator, you speak of encounters, and let me share
would you
with
answer my questions? Where did these 6 million people go? Are you keeping track of them?
When an individual is indeed released, they are released into immigration enforcement proceedings.
Do I know what's going to happen? Absolutely not. But I know who knows, and that's Jesus. I know that's a tough and serious topic when we're talking about something as beautiful as a parade, but I did it so that you would know this is not about fun and games. This is about a message that Jesus Christ is still the joy in a very, very sad world. So right now, we just realized that right there on our parade route, they decided to start road work. Look at Ruthie's face.
I'm gonna get him.
So tomorrow, she's gonna have a very long talk with the Department of Transportation. They're gonna feel the wrath of the short boss. There you go. Not every time, like, you turn on and bump into it, you know? A typical day during parade season looks like. It's now almost midnight and we're still here and probably going to be here for a little while longer. But when the sleigh is all done, I'll be sure that you get a chance to see what it looks like. And if you're in the New York area, come and be a part of the Hope NYC Parade on Rockaway. You can find out more information at www.paradeonrockaway.com. Preacher girls, I love you. And I want you to know that you don't need a pulpit. You just need a message, because if God called you, no one can uncall you.